Welcome to Papa Nick's Music. I am, as always, your host, Papa Nick Lewis, and today we're continuing our love fest of all things related to Greg Kihn. Last week we ranked his albums. This week I'm doing a top 10. But just to let you know, it's not a true top 10. These are my top 10 Greg Kihn written songs. Greg Kihn wrote the bulk of or co-wrote the bulk of the work that Greg Kihn Band recorded and released, the work that obviously he released on his solo albums. I mentioned last week that the Greg Kihn Band enjoyed doing covers, so there would be one or two covers per album. But most of these are original songs, and many of those original songs Greg Kihn wrote himself. He also co-wrote a lot. The two songs that he's the most well-known for, the breakup song They Don't Write 'Em and Jeopardy, he co-wrote with his bassist Steve Wright. Greg Kihn and Steve Wright wrote a lot of this stuff. He also co-wrote with his producer, Matthew King Kaufman, writing under the pseudonym Rose Bimler. I talked about that last week. So today for my top 10, I'm just limiting myself to songs that Greg Kihn wrote by himself. It's worth pointing out that when he first started trying to build a career as an entertainer, he started out the singer-songwriter route. Didn't get much in the way of traction until he formed a band and started playing more rocky, more up-tempo songs. But he was always a writer. He was writing his music. Even after he stopped performing regularly in the mid-90s, he stopped performing, started working as a morning disc jockey at a radio station in San Francisco. He was still writing, it's just he switched over to writing novels. I've got a couple of his novels in actual print, one hardback, one paperback. I've got them all loaded on my Kindle. Over the next couple of weeks I'm going to be reading them. So he was a writer, in addition to being a rock star. So that's what I want to celebrate today. Greg Kihn, the writer. These are my 10 favorite Greg Kihn written songs. Cool? Okay. Before I get into the top 10, obviously I have to talk about the subjectivity notice. We firmly believe here at Papa Nick's Music that artistic appreciation is an inherently subjective thing. The aesthetic response is inherently subjective. There is no such thing as objectively good or objectively bad art. There is only art that we like and art that we do not. And as long as we keep that in mind, this is a wonderful conversation. It's entertaining, it's enlightening, it's everything that's happy and good. Goes off the rails pretty quickly as soon as somebody in the conversation starts insisting, I'll get that right, on being seen as objectively right. So I'm not saying this is any sort of objective measurement. These are the 10 Greg Kihn written songs that I like the most. I'm strongly going to encourage you to listen to them, and after you have done so, if you quibble with my order, or if you think there are other songs that should be on this list instead, drop that note down below. I always love hearing from you. One thing to help you listen to these, I am including, there is in the description of the video a link to a Spotify playlist of these 10 songs, and I strongly encourage you to check it out. As always, because this is a top 10 video, Papa Nick's Music's Top 10 series is unofficially sponsored by Schoefferhofer Beer. If you like Hefeweizen beer and grapefruit soda, ooh, you'll love Schoefferhofer, because that's good beer. One of these days. These are my top 10. Now, before I get into this, I will say, if you're not super familiar with the Greg Kihn Band, I would say Greg Kihn's strengths lie more in the area of craft than in art. I don't think he's shooting for artwork here. I think he's trying to entertain. I think he's trying to write nice little melodies, and this is nothing that is going to be. These are not song lyrics that are going to make you deeply introspective about the human condition or anything like that. It's all just good fun. So keep that in mind. Coming in at number 10, I heaped scorn upon this album when I was ranking them. I like all of his albums, but I ranked his 1986 album Love and Rock and Roll pretty far down on the list. But I got to tell you, that title track, Love and Rock and Roll, is fantastic. It is snappy. It is catchy. It is the kind of thing that I listen to it, and then for like a week and a half, I've got it running through my head. So, number 10, Love and Rock and Roll, from the album of the same name. Coming in at number 9, we have from 1980's Glass House Rock, Small Change. Now, one thing about Small Change, the melody itself is a little on the Johnny One Note side. But the chord progressions are nice. It's not high art, but it's nice. And there are some wonderful dynamics. There's some ebb and flow in terms of the power of the song, and I really like that. I think it is a well-written song, and I think it is very well performed on Glass House Rock. 1980's Small Change at number 9. At number 8, this is a song off of the 1982 album Continued. Like the one I started with, Love and Rock and Roll, this one, my note on my list is snappy catchy. This is just a snappy song. It's a catchy tune. It's one of those that you will find yourself humming days later. What is interesting is that on the album, the song is titled Everyday Saturday. On streaming services, I'm seeing that it's often labeled as Every Day is Saturday Night. But the actual title, if we're going by the album, is Everyday Saturday. So coming in at number 8, Everyday Saturday, from 1982's Continued. Coming in at number 7. I'll be honest, I'm not sure why I like this song as much as I do. That's my note. I'm not sure why I like this one as much as I do. I don't know that it stands out because of the quality of its melody or because of the quality of its lyrics or whatever, but it's one of those that I really like this song. It's when I think about this album, it's one of the songs that my mind immediately goes to. From Next of Kin, my number 7 song, 1978's Next of Kin. My number 7 song is Sorry. Don't go feeling sorry for the broken pieces that you see. So it's a downer of a lyric, but it's a very nice song, and I like it a lot. Number 7, Sorry. Excuse me. Something down there was telling me I needed some Schofferhofer. At number 6, keep in mind he started as a singer-songwriter, and one of his more singer-songwritery songs, I don't know if I can actually say that. I mean, literally, I couldn't say it. From his debut album, Greg Kihn, I mentioned this song last week. It is the standout song from Greg Kihn, and that is Any Other Woman. Wonderful song. Coming in at number 5. Okay. Up to now, these are all wonderful songs. But these are not songs that I'm thinking, this is we're gonna start a cult with these songs. These next 5 songs, hey, you're gonna listen to them, you're gonna love them, and you're gonna want to sign up for my cult. Coming in at number 5 from 1983's Conspiracy, the Jeopardy album, we have Talkin' to Myself. In the early 80s, faux pop reggae, faux reggae pop, I guess I should say, was all the rage, mostly thanks to the Police. And this it sounds kind of like a mid-tempo Police number, but I really like it. Talking to Myself, from Conspiracy, number 5. Number 4. This song is a killer set opener. If you go rummage around YouTube for live video footage of the Greg Kihn Band, if you go to the Greg Kihn channel, for example, you will see a video that they recorded in 1981. This was part of the Rock and Roll tour. And this is the song that they kicked that concert off with. And it is a killer opener. Why it's buried deep in side 2, I do not know. But my number 4 song from Rock and Roll is When the Music Starts. I love this song. This was, of all of the Greg Kihn songs, this was the first one that I learned and added to my set list when I perform. I do When the Music Starts. Fantastic song. Okay, coming in at number 3. We're staying on rock and roll. When the Music Starts was from Rock and Roll, the album that had the breakup song. My number 3 song also from Rock and Roll, and that is Can't Stop Hurting Myself. This is a depressing, in a good way, minor key, mid-tempo sad song. If you're in the mood to cry in your beer while you're tapping your toes, Can't Stop Hurting Myself is going to get you there. I love it. It's a wonderful song. Coming in at number 2, filling the mid-tempo, depressing minor key song. He wrote a lot of these. Filling that slot on the 1983 album Conspiracy. This is the album that had Jeopardy. We have How Long. How Long is a beautiful song. It's very short lyrically. I mean, if you just print out the lyrics, I mean, it's itty bitty. But the song itself is wonderful. Some really good music in here. I really like How Long. Very strongly recommended. But my number 1 song, my favorite Greg Kihn penned song, from the 1978 album Next of Kin. I mentioned this last week. I said if you have a chance to listen to Next of Kin, you should listen to it so that you will get the 3rd track on side 1, which is Remember. This is a brilliant song. Everybody does well. There's Larry Lynch, the drummer, has a nice shuffle that goes all the way through it. Just wonderful. Steve Wright, the bassist, has a fantastic bass line. This is one of Greg's better guitar performances. His rhythm guitar part in this is very good. Dave Carpenter's lead guitar work is very good. This is just a fantastic song, start to finish. If you only have time to listen to one of these 10 songs, listen to Remember from Next of Kin. It is brilliant. Brilliant. And those are my top 10 Greg Kihn penned songs. See, I told you it was going to be quick. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Drop that comment down below. I always love hearing from you. While you are down below dropping that comment, I would appreciate it if you would click the like button. If you enjoyed today's video, it would be nice of you to do that. If you do click the like button, go ahead and click subscribe while you're down there. It costs you nothing and it means the world to me. So I thank you very much for that. If you click subscribe, go ahead and click the bell for notifications. The YouTube folks like that. So on their behalf, I thank you as well. A very quick program note. Next week, we will not have a video here at Papa Nick's Music. We're taking a week off. We're taking some much needed vacation time. But we'll be back the following week with something. There'll be something coming. Yeah, you'll like it. Anyway, thanks again for hanging out with me today. Thanks for making it this deep into the video. I appreciate that. And I hope that the rest of your day is pleasant. See you soon.